Hello dear students, I hope all of you are fine. In our previous two videos, we have discussed about sentences and tense, its definition, types, subtypes, and past tense we have discussed. Now it's time for present tense. As all of you know, the time which is going on now, that is known as present time. So let's start our present tense. As you know very well, every tense has four subtypes: indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. We will start present tense with indefinite. Present indefinite tense: affirmative sentence structure, subject plus verb's first form plus s or es. It is based on your subject. If your subject is singular, you will add s or es in the verb, or if your subject is plural, no need to add s or es in the verb's first form. If your subject is I, then also no need to add s or es in the verb. Then object and full stop. This is the structure. Example: I go home. He goes home. You go home. They go home. Negative sentence structure: subject plus do or does. Note: dear students, the helping verb of present indefinite tense is do or does. If your subject is singular, you will use does as helping verb. If your subject is plural, you will use do as your helping verb, plus verb's first form, plus object and full stop. Example: I do not go home. He does not go home. You do not go home. They do not go home. Interrogative sentence structure: do or does. What is your helping verb? That will come first. That will start your sentence. Then subject, verb's first form plus object, at the end question mark. Examples: do I go home? Does he go home? Do you go home? Do they go home? All these sentences will end with a question mark. And dear student, always remember, whenever do or does appear in your sentence, you will use only verb's first form of the verb only. Something to note: present indefinite tense is used to describe habit. For example, I go to temple daily. I go to temple daily. This is my habit. To describe our habits, we will use present indefinite tense only. I get up at 5 a.m. This is my habit. So I will express my habit with the help of present indefinite tense. To express a universal truth: the earth moves round the sun. This is universal truth. All the universal truths will be expressed with the use of present indefinite tense. We will use present indefinite tense while describing universal truths. In the headlines of newspapers, dear students, if you will look at the headlines of newspapers carefully, you will find out present indefinite tense is used in maximum headlines. And next, to describe a routine, when you are talking about your daily routine, it is same like habit. When you describe your daily routine, then also you will use present indefinite tense. Second part, present continuous tense, affirmative sentence structure. Before that, I want to tell you, present continuous tense is used when at the time of speaking work is going on. Work is continuously going on without any break. Affirmative sentence structure: subject plus is, am, are. Is with singular subject, are with plural subject, am with I. V1 plus ing plus object and full stop. Example: I am playing football. Second example, he is playing football. They are playing football. I am, he is, they are. Negative sentence structure. Subject plus is MR plus note plus V1 plus ing plus object. Example, I am not playing football. Second example, he is not playing football. Interrogative sentence structure. Is MR, which are our helping verbs in present continuous tense, they will come at the beginning of the sentence, plus subject plus V1 plus ing plus object. At the end, question mark. Examples, am I playing football? Is he playing football? Are you playing football? Are they playing football? Dear students, at the time of speaking, when work is going on, then you will use present continuous tense. Now it's time for present perfect tense. Affirmative sentence structure. First, where we should use perfect tense. Dear students, present perfect tense is used when the work is completely done. When the work is done. Just now the work has been finished, work has been completed, then you will use to describe that work present perfect tense. Affirmative sentence structure. Subject plus has or have plus verb's third form plus object and full stop. Always remember, dear students, with do and did, verb's first form will be used, and with has, have and had, always verb's third form will be used. Example, I have completed my work. He has completed his work. You have gone home. Dear students, if your subject is singular, you will use has. If your subject is plural, you will use have. With I also you will use have. Negative sentence structure. Subject plus has, have plus not plus verb's third form plus object and full stop. Example, I have not completed my homework. Interrogative sentence structure. Has or have will start the sentence. They will be at the beginning, plus subject plus verb's third form plus object at the end, question mark. Example, have I completed my homework? Or another example you can write, has he completed his homework? Now dear students, the last part of present tense, present perfect continuous tense. Affirmative sentence structure. First, where we should use present perfect continuous tense. Dear students, when the work started earlier and now also it is going on, then we will use present perfect continuous tense. What is the difference between continuous and perfect continuous? Continuous will tell us that the work is going on. Only the work is going on. Only this much information continuous tense will give us. But perfect continuous tense will tell us that the work started earlier. Starting was done. And now it is going on. Means it will tell us both things. Number one, starting point. Number two, that now also it is going on. That is the difference between continuous and perfect continuous tense. Affirmative sentence structure of present perfect continuous tense. Subject plus has or have plus been plus verb's first form plus ing plus object plus since or for plus time and full stop. Affirmative sentence structure we have done. Now its examples. He has been playing cricket for 2 hours. Or I have been playing cricket since morning. Dear students, as we have discussed in our previous videos also, since is used for point of time and for is used for period of time. Negative sentence structure. Subject plus has, have plus note plus been plus v1 plus ing plus object plus since or for plus time and full stop. Example, you have not been playing cricket for 2 hours. Dear students, always remember in this sentence have is helping verb, been is helping verb, but you will always use not just after the first helping verb. That's why we will use not after have only. You have not been playing cricket for 2 hours. Interrogative sentence structure. Has or have will start your sentence because they are the helping verb of present perfect continuous tense. Plus subject plus been plus v1 plus ing plus object plus since or for plus time and at the end question mark. Example, have you been playing cricket for 2 hours and at the end question mark. Dear students, now something more about since and for. Since is used for point of time. Sunday, Monday, name of days. January, February, for the name of months. If any particular year or date is given, 1947, 15th August, 1987, morning or evening, if such type of points of time are given, then we will use since. For is used for period of time like 2 hours, 50 hours, 1 century, 2 centuries, like that. Dear students, I hope all of you have learnt it properly. Today we discussed present tense and its different types and where we should use it. Please note down it in your notebooks carefully. Any doubt you can ask me anytime. I am available in the group. And dear students, one more thing. Nowadays, due to corona, all of us are under the lockdown situation. We are not allowed to go out. In such situation, we should do 2-3 important things. Number 1, we should take care of our personal hygiene. We should wash our hands with soap and water at least for 20 seconds. Number 2, we should give love and care to our parents, and if anybody senior citizen, if any senior citizen is there, our grandparents, our dadaji or dadiji or anybody else who is living with us and who is a senior citizen, we should give proper care and love to them. We should take care of them also. And this is my humble request, dear students. During this period, you have a golden opportunity to spend time with your parents. Help your mother in doing her daily chores, daily routine work, and spend at least 20 minutes every day. Sit with your mother, sit with your father, listen to them, ask them to share their experience with you, and obey them. Dear students, always remember, if we are united, we can face anything. With the blessings of your elders, with the love and cooperation of your elders, you can do anything. Their blessings are equally important as your study is. I agree, study is important. Equally important is blessings of your elders. I hope all of you have learned present tense nicely. Note it down in your notebook. Any doubt you can ask me. Be happy, be healthy, keep learning. Thank you.